Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. I'd like to first start by swearing in each newly elected council member. Could you, the newly elected ones, please stand up and raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut as long as you continue as citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to the law, the duties of town council from December 4th, 2023 to 12/6/2027 to the best of your ability, so help me God? Okay, I'd like to just take a moment for each of you to sign the oath book. Okay, now I'd like to open nominations for chairperson of the town council. Do you have any nominations?
Make a motion for Mr. Anderson for chair.
Do we have a second? Are there any more nominations?
I'll second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those
Aye.
opposed? And I'd like to turn the meeting over to chairperson Jason Anderson.
Thank you. At this time, I will entertain nominations for vice chair.
Make a motion to nominate Mr. Wakefield for vice chair.
Is there a second? Any more nominations?
I move nominations be closed.
I'll second it.
All those in favor of Tammy Wakefield as vice chair, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. At this time, we'll move on in the agenda. Next item up is consideration and action on a resolution appointing the town attorney. Ms. Gloria, could you go over this, please?
Sure. In accordance with Section 902, of the Town Charter, each year, each new election, the Town Council is required to appoint or reappoint the town attorney no later than the 15th day of February. So the resolution before you is to reappoint Halloran and Sage, the firm that the town currently has been using as town attorney, to reappoint Halloran and Sage for the next 2-year time period. And
Mr. Chair,
I will say, from a staff perspective, Halloran and Sage has been very responsive to the town council and any questions that the council or concerns the council has had, as well as other boards and commissions and staff. They've always made themselves accessible even after traditional working hours. They were typically very responsive. So, and their fee rates have not changed. So so they have maintained the same fee rates.
Thank you. Mr. Grandelsky.
I would like to, I don't know how I want to. Well, since a lot of members and the new member isn't here, I would like to postpone appointment of the town attorney for a later date so that all the people can be present. Also, I would like to, if we have it at a different meeting, like tonight's meeting, there's no public participation involved. And you don't know, I don't know if anybody from the public would want to make a comment, but I think it wouldn't not be in the best interest of the town to try to add public participation tonight, because it's not listed on the agenda and no one knows that they could speak. But it's two reasons that I would like to delay the appointment of the town attorney, so we can have public participation and we can also have all the members present to voice their opinions. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have a motion to table this until the regular meeting next week?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, next week, we gotta get moving on it. Yeah, okay, table till next week.
I'll second that motion.
We got a motion and a second to table this item, which is consideration and action on a resolution appointing the town attorney, to next week, which the meeting would be December 12th at 7 p.m. Further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ms. George? Are you with us? Aye. Thank you.
Good evening.
Motion carries. We'll now move on. Next item on the agenda is item 4, consideration and action on a resolution appointing special counsel. Ms. Gloria, could you go over this, please?
Again, this is in accordance to just in appointing, these are specialized legal counsel. One is for our tax sales. We've been utilizing Pullman and Comley, and again, the town doesn't actually pay for those services. Those are actually borne by the whoever is bidding on and purchasing through the tax sale, so that is not actually legal fees paid by the town. The other one with Pullman and Comley is our bond counsel. With the bond counsel, we don't actually pay those legal services as we go through the years. It's only when we actually bond, when we actually issue debt. So they may provide services to us for a number of years on projects, and we ultimately don't pay any of those bond fees until we go to bond, and it's based on the amount that we bond. It's not based on the hours that they have accumulated, because there are times when projects we don't actually end up going to bond on them because they don't authorize. So, but yet they've expended resources on it. So the recommendation here is to reappoint Pullman and Comley as our special counsel for both of these services.
Thank you. I will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
Mr. Chair, I would like to postpone or table the appointment of these positions until our next council meeting, so that all the new members and those that aren't present can voice their opinion. Also, for the fact that there will be public participation should the public want to voice any opinions or what have you.
Thank you. So there is a motion to table item 5 until next week's meeting. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mr. Cottula. Discussion?
Can I make a
Yes.
comment? I think because I understand tabling the town attorney, but the fact that this is such a specialized position for this attorney, I don't see the benefit of holding off on this appointment in particular.
Thank you. Ms. Calorio, is there a deadline as to when this needs to be approved?
This would need to be approved by, again, February.
Okay, thank you. Further discussion? Seeing none, All those in favor of tabling this to the next regular town council meeting on December 12th, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Oh, sorry,
Yep.
Anyway.
What was that, Mr. George? Which way did you vote?
I was voting nay, but that's okay, it passed, it's fine. I didn't hit my button fast enough.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. We'll now move on the agenda. Next item up is item 6, consideration and action on a resolution appointing the town council's recording secretary. Can I get a motion to adopt this resolution?
I'll make that motion.
Motion has been made by Ms. George, seconded by Ms. Barclay. Ms. Gloria, could you go over this?
Yes, so this is reappointing Elizabeth as the town, as the recording secretary for the town council. The rates that are shown here are the same rates as previously, so there's been no change in that. The last time these rates were changed was in 2015. And only the regular council meeting number was changed. It was previously $270 per meeting. It was moved to $287 in 2015. The per hour rate of $23.50 has not changed.
Thank you. I have a question, Ms. Gloria. Do you know what other towns' rates are? Surrounding towns, by any chance?
I do not, honestly. I have not done a study on that.
I know it has been brought up to me before that the rates hadn't been changed in 8 years. So we can either adopt this as it is, we can modify it.
Oh, we could increase that now with this resolution time?
You could, you would motion to amend the resolution to whatever the new rates are that you're proposing.
Or could we, seeing we've tabled the other
Is-
2 items, can we take the week to find out?
You can, in the past, this item has been tabled for when the council decided to look at the market. So, I mean,
Okay.
we could do that, and I could see what information I can get between now and next Tuesday to determine what other rates are out there. I know that, different towns do things very differently, so I don't know how much true comparison I'm gonna be able to get, but I can do my best to try and get that.
Thank you.
So, where are we, what were you,
I was just saying that if, rather than take a stab in the dark at a number, if we're gonna table the first 2 items, we could table this one, get some actual numbers so we could do a correct amendment,
I moved to table.
and I will
We have to
second.
amend the motion?
No.
No,
No.
no, nope.
Motion,
So Mr. Grandelski has made a motion to table this item to next week's regular town council meeting, seconded by Ms. Wakefield. Discussion?
Who will look into that? Is that us or Mary?
No, I'll look into,
Thank you.
The town manager will. Any further discussion? Ms. George, would you like to add anything?
No, I'm amenable to tabling it, that's fine.
Thank you. All those in favor of tabling this item until next week's regular town council meeting on December 12th, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is item 7. Consideration and action on a resolution establishing the date, time, and place of the 2024-2025 regular town council meetings. Can I get a motion to adopt this?
I'll second.
Motion has been made by Ms. Barclay, seconded by Ms. Wakefield. Ms. Gloria, could you go over this?
sure, so this is the meeting dates for all of 2024 and 2025, assuming the same traditional dates, which is the first and the second Tuesday of every month. The first Tuesday of every month is the special meeting, the second is the regular meeting. And I did highlight the first special meeting in November, that is Election Day. We have typically still kept it on the schedule, and you've determined whether or not you wanted to hold it at that time, but I just did highlight it on here. Secondly, in 2025, you kind of have a double whammy because the first Tuesday of the month is actually, is Election Day. The second Tuesday is actually Veterans Day. So in looking back historically, what has happened is the town council has scheduled the following. You've moved your regular meeting to the following, to the third Tuesday. So that's what I've reflected here, is that third Tuesday of the month being your new regular meeting for 2025, because the 11th being on that Tuesday is a holiday. So that's what I've reflected here, just being, reflecting historically what has happened.
Thank you. Discussion? I will say, just because this is the dates and times we've always had it, it doesn't mean we're bound to it. And if you wanted to change it, now would definitely be the easiest time to change it.
I think the public's gotten used to us being the first and second Tuesdays, so.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
But then again, but on a holiday, that's another problem. It gets to be.
Well, that's why it's moved to the following
Right,
Tuesday,
so
and that's,
Yeah, so I think that's the right thing to do, is have
Right.
it on the following timeframe, and then it's out there now
And,
versus.
I mean, and then ultimately, if we have to move a meeting, as long as we've given it 30 days notice, we can move if we needed to, correct? If
you
something
can,
catastrophic
you can
happened.
cancel a meeting and schedule a special meeting with 24-hour notice.
24 hour notice.
You can cancel a meeting at any time, even up until the time of the meeting, you can cancel the meeting. You can schedule a special meeting within 24-hour notice. So, it's very easy to be able to accommodate that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We'll now move on the agenda. Next item up is item 9, discussion of town council liaisons to boards and commissions.
No, item 8.
Yeah, sorry. Nope. Next item up is item 8, consideration and action on a resolution adopting the town council's rules of procedure. Can I get a motion to adopt this resolution?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to table this until next week, when all the new members can be present, and the members who aren't here can actively participate.
All right. There is a motion to table item 8 till next week's regular town council meeting.
I'll second.
Motion has been made by Mr. Grandelsky to table this item, seconded by Ms. George. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. We will now move on to item 9. Discussion of town council liaisons to boards and commissions. We have put something out to council members, and still haven't heard back from everyone yet. So we will table this till next week as well.
I'll make a motion to table item 9 till next week.
Is there a second? Motion has been made by Mr. Grandelsky, seconded by Ms. Barclay, to table item 9 till next week's regular town council meeting. Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Now we'll move on to council chairman message, item 10. I will say it has been my honor to serve this community. I have worked alongside a great group of people. I am honored to have been nominated as chair again. I am not a lifelong resident. I moved here about 12 years ago and definitely consider Killenly my home by far over everywhere I've ever lived before. The council members around me, a lot of them are lifetime residents and are extremely devoted to this town. And as I said, it's an honor to work alongside these council members. I look forward to the next 2 years as chair, working alongside everyone, and keeping Killenly going forward in the right direction and looking at the improvements we've done the past few years between KMS and with the community center moving forward, with the Riverwalk getting extended now, with the renovations coming in downtown, the improvement of the roads, it's been great to be a part of all this. And I want to thank all my council members for their support and look forward to serving alongside all of you. Next item up is item 11. Interviews of boards and commission applicants. The applicants were notified that we would be interviewing them next week, or excuse me, next special town council meeting in January.
So I just need a motion to
Yep.
table until then.
Can I get a motion to table this until the first special meeting in January?
I'll make that motion.
Motion's been made by Mr. Grandelsky, seconded by Ms. Barclay. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. We'll now move on the agenda. Next item up is adjournment.
I make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made by Mr. Grandelsky, seconded by Mr. Cottula. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I.
Opposed? Abstentions? This meeting is adjourned.